pleasure, and it was a real pleasure, to have Tim in grade 4. And Sharon came in with this little guy, who's taller than I am now, but wasn't then. And he really looked unhappy, and I thought, what's his problem? I'm not going to bite. Well, he had two problems. First of all, he heard that there was a teacher in grade 4 that pulled ears. And all year long, Timmy was scared to death he was going to have his ears pulled, and I'm going to do it today. It had to happen sometime. So every time a certain teacher would come in to teach science, I would leave the room to go and teach in another area. And poor Tim, his face would he'd just be devastated because he was scared to death that teacher was going to pull his ears. Anyway, the first day of school, his mother said to me, poor Tim, she said, he got out of the car and he said, oh, Mom, I wish this is the day the Lord would come. I have a little figurine that Tim gave me, and it says, Dear God, my teacher makes learning fun. And we did have a real good time that year. We had, didn't we have sales that we would raise money, and then we would go to the Christmas Miracle, and we did all kinds of fun things, at least I thought they were. And we did try to have a lot of fun. It was also the year that my dad was very sick, and from time to time it was more critical than others, and I always wondered, now, if they come and call me out of the school, what are they going to tell Tim? Because I didn't want somebody to say something has happened to her dad, and it would have been his grandfather. It didn't happen, fortunately, but it was a great concern that year. So we had some sadness that year, but Tim also was around to help me celebrate becoming a grandmother. On Bicentennial Day, June 18th, 1984, my first granddaughter was born, and the kids all came in and they saw the pink ribbon on the door, and they were very happy because they had sort of followed us all through the pregnancy. I used it as a health lesson. So Lori didn't realize that she was providing some education to this class. There also was one thing that Tim loved, and I always thought I was his inspiration for an appreciation of poetry. Here's a poem that always would bring him around no matter what might upset him. I want to see your face this time. It's called The Crowded Tub. There's too many kids in this tub. There's too many elbows to scrub. I just washed her behind, and I'm sure it wasn't mine. There's too many kids in this tub. Tim also has been a very, very fortunate young man. He's been born into a family that I would say has provided beyond what most parents do. I've been there and I know. And if I were Tim, I would not leave home. He has had hockey puck given to him personally by Wayne Gretzky in Boston. Uncle Clint made sure of that. He's been to games to see Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson play. Is that right? He has been to Florida different times. He went with his family when he was younger. He's gone with friends since to visit grandparents that are staying there for the winter. He has had wonderful care from all grandparents. I don't know what Cora's going to do when Tim packs to go. I'll have to take you home with me for a few days, Cora, because he has just had, without a doubt, as much love as any child could possibly have. I don't know what my mother's going to do on Sunday when they pick her up for church and Sunday school, and Tim won't be there. It's just been such a way of life. And but anyway, we have to cut the apron strings, and it's going to have to come to that. He's had relatives that, well, I guess the fact that we're all here speaks well for Tim. 9 out of 10 of us came. Our sister in Arizona would be here if she could. Friends galore. He has had friends that, you know, it's just the most wonderful thing to have had the chance to have a life like this. He's got a great brother, Mike. Mike came today, and I'm sure you had things you'd rather do, but because of So anyway, all in all, I really think that Tim has had a well-rounded life. And when you get across the border I want you to remember there are people over here wishing you well. Take care, dear.
I'd like to call on Eugene Craig to say a few words for Steffi.
Rudy, Helga, Ken, Sharon, wherever you are. Graduation is a time when we all congratulate the people who graduate for getting through high school and doing good things. But I sometimes think that the people who are the real heroes, the parents, don't get congratulations. And I'd especially like to congratulate Rudy and Helga today for having the courage to allow their wonderful daughter to come and spend a year with us. Yes. Please.
I shouldn't say that. Eugene möchte euch besonders danken, dass ihr als die Eltern von mir mich hier herüberlassen habt können, dass ihr eine wundervolle Tochter habt.
Did I say all that? I thought I said more than that.
Well,
Anyway,
shut me down.
at any rate, as you all probably know, Steffi came to us as a Rotary Exchange student. And when we first talked in Rotary Club about having an exchange student, I thought about it a little bit and I asked Heather what she would think. And she said, well, we'll ask the girls. So I asked Julie and Amanda, and of course they couldn't wait. They felt they'd like to have a big sister. So when she finally arrived, I was a little bit nervous. After all, I'm just learning to handle two little girls. I didn't know what it'd be like with a big girl. But I'm happy to say that she's a beautiful girl and she's done very well. We really formed a good bond with her. I'm sure those of you who've known her know that she's a very exceptional girl. Now, I can't tell you a lot of funny stories about what she did when she was a child because I haven't been able to communicate with Helga and Rudy. But I'm sure that she has some interesting stories to tell, but I'm not going to tell them. But I will, to cut this short, I suppose, I will remind her that when you go to the library, Steffi, you borrow a book, you don't lend it.
I want to add just a few remarks. Steffi came to our house. I'm very fortunate to have her since the 1st of March. And we've been with two boys. It certainly gave us a new outlook on life. We're very fortunate to have the opportunity to say we did have a daughter once in our lives. And we certainly had a terrific one. And Steffi's going to be going back home August the 13th. And just to think what she has accomplished over the year, leaving her home, speaking a little bit of English, and just looking forward to a good year in whatever what would happen in Canada. She's a very courageous and strong-willed young lady, and she's overcome a lot of obstacles. Any problems she's handling very, very well. She's mastered the English language tremendously. She's even won a prize at the Woodstock High School for tutoring in English, believe it or not. So she's done just a fantastic job. Also, to add a few remarks to what Donna said about perhaps Tim, is that Tim's been very fortunate. He's had some of the best kids in the world right here. And you'll see some of them here today. And when Tim leaves at night, we have no problems where he's going because we know he's going to be with his friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, Sharon and I both do, for being such good friends of Timmy's. Now at this time I'd like to ask Tim and Steffi perhaps to say a few words.
I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today. It makes it worthwhile to work so hard to graduate knowing that you have all these people here to thank you. I'd like to thank Mom and Dad for putting this on and all the great food. It was really good. I'd like to thank my friends for coming down. It was nice, and all the gifts that were received. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank everybody too. I thought it was kind of strange when I came over here, but I always made friends, and all the families that stayed with accepted me. The grandparents and the uncles and aunts, they always felt welcome. Thank you very much for coming and for putting this party on Sharon Camp.
Steffi's dad, Rudy Ehrman, would like to say a few words as well. And Steffi will interpret for us.
Ich danke Ihnen allen, dass Sie hier sind.
I would like to thank everybody for being here.
Ich danke Ken und Sharon, dass wir hier sein dürfen.
I would like to thank Ken and Sharon that will let us be here.
Ich danke allen, die im Laufe dieser 10 Monate, in denen unsere Tochter Stephanie hier in Woodstock ist, die ihr behilflich waren oder mit denen sie Kontakt hatte.
I want to thank everybody that worked with Stephanie or was with Stephanie during her first 10 months in this country and helped her during her problems and her fun times.
Ich danke Ihnen, dass sie mit Ihnen leben durfte, dass sie bei Ihnen leben durfte.
I would like to thank you for letting her stay with you and live your life.
Wir beide, meine Frau Helga und ich, wir verstehen nicht sehr viel Englisch, aber wir versuchen mit dem Herzen etwas der englischen Sprache, aus der englischen Sprache zu verstehen.
Although we too, Rudy and Helga, don't understand a lot of the English language, we understand some of with the heart and feel welcome.
Ich danke Ihnen.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome to stay around as long as you want. There's still some food left and some tea and some coffee, so we'd just love to have you just sitting as long as you want and just socialize with us. Thank you for coming.
So how much longer are you here?
What you like to do is where's your mark? Where's your mark?
I gotta get
What can you do? First, I gotta listen to participate resolutions. Participate operating expenses. Participate all overhead. I'm really gonna need to switch it up.
First time, right?
Yeah. I'll get up in the morning.
Yeah. Don't want to miss practice. I don't know that. Yeah. You'll need a bigger one than that. Yeah, right. Should say tell Sharon.
If you open up a casino,
Tell her that.
I know.
Thank you. All right. Nice card.
Again, Tim.
I get a cheer for Stephanie, I put the one here for good luck. Carry that in your pocket. I will. Made only in Canada.
You like that? You know, I wanted to do every other one. Before and after. Thank you. Well, I just felt awful. And I felt like an idiot. I said, well, there you
You take charge, Graham.
The Bulls are going to be back-to-back world champs after today.
You're imitating a super fan. They're doing a Jeopardy type thing. The categories was the Bears, the Bulls, etc. One coach's first name was Great Pixels World History. In the Bears category, every question, the answer was Cup Bulls. Not too bad. The question was, Bears versus the Jeopardy question. Bears versus the Bulls. One guy went Bears, Bulls, Bears, Bulls, Bears, Bulls. Kept crossing it out.
Bears and the Bulls are going to compete for it.
Yeah. And one guy just kind of said, Bears. What do you say? I don't know. What do you think it says? Well, that's it. It was teasing.
You're not going to get hard.
Thanks, Graham.
I put it in his mouth.
Thank you.
That 280 said when do you think they should get out? Because I could, if I want to do this with the phone. Another problem is that's the crime well. One I got a software.
It's not going to be.
But it took a long time for people to download it. Download it into a file. So I programmed the process.
Calling her in, Tim?
He's well educated.
And it wasn't because I told her to. She likes it. I'm not gonna buy him a
Green probably way better than I do. Right here, Charlie. Let's go 1, 2, 3.
Here, TJ, Pam, Trish. Yeah. Mom.
Okay, yeah.
Just practicing.
Okay.
She doesn't fall and break her neck.
I keep sinking.
Oh my God.
Three. Well, no, 3. But we'll call you.
I'm not looking at anyone. I'm just looking around.
I have just one. The most important one. I'm fun to get it. I don't know how.
Hey, right here.
You ever call?
Yeah, me guys. I thought Kenny was here.
What's ringing your bell?
There you go, big guy. Oh, wait.
All right. We are cameras.
Your croissants out, Lori. Yeah. Well, no, but there. Wipe out. My heels keep.
What?
All right.
Come on. Tim, you gotta come. It's funny with us three. Wait, us three.
Get in there, Tim.
Okay. Where do we want to?
Over.
Dad, take a picture of us. Here, I'm around the road.
Okay.
You're laughing for no reason. Yeah. We are the girls.
Here, let her just feel close.
Let her feel good for once.
Don't do anything.
I'll do it. Let her feel tall.
Just wait a minute.
Up in the little one.
Do you? We have another black one.
Color? Kids, okay, then we get to try and pass. You better wait down there.
No, your mom wants one of all the four.
What story is up there?
TJ used to get in between Leah and I would clap.
Mom, did you take my line? Mom.
Mark, can I squeeze in? We're gonna picture all the men.
You missed one of the women.
That's something what they take to graduation now. When I went, why have to.
Another year. What's that?
That's I was just saying.
Did you get just made? Made it.
I already saw her.
Steffi?
We need you.
You love you. Hey, Corey.
Right, Dad. Right idea.
Oh, you player.
Someone going inside that picture.
Pam? Bart, you put your arms around me. There you go. Bring him in. Right here. And well,
Thank you.
sticks with us.
Tim Wright and Lori Sheen. Ben McGinnis and Aaron Barrett. Terry Calhoun and TJ Cloud. Shayla Craig and Robert Baird. Amy Havens and Lanson Haywood. Melissa Kiersted and Mark Richardson. Leah McClellan and Sean Cash. Mark Peachy and Meredith Anderson. Tricia Thibodeau and Gary McCaskill. Corey Graham and Pam Black. Gregory Allaby and Terry Ann. Robert Rod